Good morning, my beloved twin flames, soulmates, soul flames. How are you doing? It's amazing what is happening at the moment. It's really amazing what's happening at the moment. The energies are reaching their peak. We had the solar and we had the solar eclipse. We had the, let's put this one off before it starts to talk again. Yeah, and we have the solstice, and it's really amazing that you know, the galactic time is speeding up and the earth time is slowing down, so we're going in that really moving forward. So if you're connected with the galactic time, you know, galactic energies, I don't want to call it time because there in the universe there is no time, but the energies will speed up, and it will take us, when you're connected to that, that means that everything will speed up in your timeline, in your time frame. And the earth frequency is trying, you know, a little bit to slow you a little bit down, as there are new ley lines found all over the world. So let's see how everything works out for the twin flames, because that could be that you're speeding up and need time to retreat, speeding up, you know, with your twin flame and coming back, and then, you know, retreat because you find out there are some more stuff and there is some more energy that needs to be resolved before you're coming into union. But a lot of twin flames are coming in union after this solstice, after this summer solstice. So we're going in the second wave of the union of the twin flames. And let's see how they are managing. Let's see how they are doing, and what we can see and do all about it. Let's see. Okay, let's get some things out of the way. For the divine masculine in his mind space, it's really his divine masculine card. It's rise of your gentle power and your true strength. So rise to your truth, rise to the truth of your heart, rise to the truth, not the truth of your mind, because a lot of masculine think with their mind and they think it's their heart space, but it's a different energy, it's a different frequency, because the masculines are so logic about everything. But they rise to their truth, and they do it in gentle power, and it's the energy of the Lemurian dolphins. You know, it's could be that he needs to play, that he needs you know. Okay, I got my friend here, up here, my raven up here in my tree, so watching. So it's the rise of the truth, the gentle power and true strength. And he recognized that this is really what's going on in his space now, that he is discovering that he has more strength and more truth in himself than he ever thought that he would be. It could be that he's willing to be more truthful to himself, you know, in his to his logical mind, you know, to say from the heart space, when he starts breathing into the heart space, that he's saying to himself, okay, you know, I have to acknowledge my heart. I have to acknowledge what I feel. I have to acknowledge that I need to rise. Maybe there are some stuff from the past, you know, that is really holding me back. And the universe is giving him signals in his system, in his body, in his mind, where there are blocks, and on these blocks you need to remove and to resolve. And I see a lot of masculines at the moment working on that. You know, it's not just I think the masculine is a very intelligent creature. I call it creatures because sometimes I don't see the human form anymore of the masculine or the feminine, but I see the essence of their spirits, and I see more spirits than I see, you know, the physical forms. So doesn't mean that it's pleasant to watch, right? We still we still stay human, but he is rising to the truth of his heart, and he's doing this with a gentle power because he knows. I'll show you. This is the heart, and in the heart there is this little, how do you call it, cup. And the cup is there to be filled by the joy and the pleasure and the frequency of Lemuria. It's the spirit animal that is coming into his heart space to show him to be this really original, gentle, true power, because that true power is also your strength. You know, a gentle person is almost, I told it last week, I think, they most think they're weak, but a gentle power, it's the most strongest what there is, because they don't react on things, they just go with that flow and know that other people are going through some stuff. So that's really a gentle and true power that the masculine is thinking about to get activated in his system and to work with that. Okay? In his heart space, he needs to breathe, he needs to ground, he needs to feel all the sensations that's coming through his body and his system, purity, clarity and expression of it. So he needs to breathe deeply into his body. He needs to breathe deeply into his body. Feel the celestial heat coming in. Feel you know, the higher frequencies of light coming in, and feel those sensations, what is happening in your bodies, and some, it's just coming in to purify you from past hurts, to purify you from old belief systems, to purify you from fear, you know, all the things that you believed in, you know, that could hold you back from the past. That, you know, you will damage someone, or you will damage yourself, or you will harm yourself, and all these old belief systems disappear when the gods or the goddesses are bringing you a blessing. And then you get the clarity, because people are coming into your life for a reason. There's never not a reason that people are being with you or around you, or you see them as, okay, I need to learn something out of it. Sometimes they are a blessing, sometimes they are a curse. But if they are a curse, you know where your strength is. Your true strength is in your gentle power, and you get the clarity when it's off. So it's really breathing into it, and when it feels as a good sensation, or it feels as a blessing in your life, you know, don't hesitate. The heart, you know, The heart can, the mind can refuse, you know, but the heart can't. The heart space will really say, okay, I'm wanting this. It's a fresh breathing. I can breathe. I can be myself around a person. That's very important, you know. You can express yourself on any way that you want. That's the the universe, and the gods and the goddesses are giving you a blessing. And it means also that the light blessing that you are receiving is also, you know, the union of hearts, you know, the masculine and the feminine coming together and coming back in balance. And that's really amazing. What does he see from his divine feminine? That she is arising. Know and flow as the love that you are a blessing and you are a bliss. Wow, it's almost the same as the heart space already tells him, you know. You're arising above all levels and all frequencies that you ever thought that could be possible in your life. You divine masculine knows and sees that she had to go purging through a lot of heartache and stuff, and past life that is needed to clear it out, and you did it, and that you're arising above it, that you not even get triggered by the things that he's saying, because you're arising above it. It's like it could be that they judge you again, or you know, try to put you down, or criticizing you for who you are, and that she is being criticized or you know, judged, and she is not reacting on it because he sees that she is arising above it. She also knows that it has to do with the divine masculine and not with the divine feminine. If she's not reacting on it, because that means that he still have to think about what he's saying, you know, and discovers that every time he's saying something to put her down, that he is taking his own frequency down, that he is he pulls himself down, and not and the divine feminine not rising, you know, not being responsive on it, and just being in that flow and in the love that she is. He will discover from himself where his flaws are, or what he needs to adjust, or that he needs to change in that, because it's still coming up in his space to resolve. And he sees that she is arising above everything, that she is getting strong, that she is in her power, and that she goes, and that she is a bliss, and that she is a bliss for everyone around her that understands her, that knows her. She is really in that is really in that energy flow. She's in this playfulness. She has her humor. She is being herself and can be herself in the frequency that she is at. And that's what he sees of the divine feminine. You know, that she is from the light, and that she is this Lemurian goddess energy, but also grounded. She's not just only in, you know, in the energies of the galaxy and the universe, and she's also very grounded with her goddess energy. Okay. What is in the mind space of the Divine Feminine? Abundance, fullness of source, enough for all, and she is open. She knows that there is no lack in her life, that everything what she is giving, that she is giving out of abundance, that she has enough to share. And she is fullness of source. She is full. She lets herself be filled up by the universe, by the goddess energy, by the light that she is shining. And the light is also shining from the inside out, you know, through her eyes, through her humor, through her laughter. And she is that abundance, radiance person that is can share with everyone. She is open, and she is connecting with the source, and she also sees that she is enough for everyone, not just for certain people. She is enough for herself, she is enough for everyone else. So if she feels that she is enough for herself, she will be automatically enough for anybody else to approach her, to be in her surroundings, and she will give that love. And she is open for everyone. She's open for really what the universe has to offer her. You know, if I feel there is no feeling of rejection within her, and that's where she's working on and where she's going with her mind space. You know, she is in her mind space of abundance, in her mind space of fullness of source, and that there is enough for everyone, and not just for one or two persons that she thinks she favors. She can share her love, her light with everyone. But but she's also discerning who she's getting her energy to, because there are energies that are not in flow. There are energies that are not in alignment with her energies. So she automatically will feel that. You know, if people come in and want to take advantage of her light and of her goodness, you know, she will close herself off to protect herself. But she will do it and tell you also in a nice and gentle way. She won't react or be hostile or be nasty towards that person. She will be in she will do it with humor. She would do it in love. But that's the real intelligence of the Divine Feminine. That's the real intelligence and gentle, true strength and power that she's in. Okay? In her heart space. She is the dolphin. It's playtime. It's okay to relax, to smile again, and share your flow. So that's what she's going to do. She's going to share her flow. I think the Divine Masculine had this one last week. So they are really in alignment with each other. It's time to play. It's okay to be who you are. There is no lack. There is never a lack within you. It's time to relax. It's time to smile again and to share your flow. So I also feel there is no fear anymore. fear of that people won't like her for who she is, because she is judged that much in the past, and that gave her a feeling of I'm not worthy, people don't want to be around me, um, people won't like me for who I am, because she was programmed that way. She was so programmed, and she believed that was truth, um, till she transformed herself and connected with the source, with the real source, and the real, out of the real source, uh, she's going up to people, talking to people, respecting their private space and respecting them, but she's not afraid anymore of in her heart space that she is not good enough. She is her strength in her heart is one of play, of abundance, of fun, of okay, I can relax because I'm in a space that is okay for me. I feel safe. And because of that, she can share her flow, she can share her abundance, she can share her knowledge, she can share her frequency with other people. Okay. How does she seize the divine masculine? I see her jumping of joy, just her heart is jumping of joy. Her heart is like a dolphin. That's what I feel, jumping up and down and being carried by the dolphins, pushed forward by the dolphins, connecting with her energy, their lightheartedness, and their love. Wow, that's beautiful. How she sees the crystal child, that's how she sees the divine masculine. She sees it in his eyes, that he is that crystal child that is connected to the higher realms, and that it is your natural core, before time, before space. She knows and she remembers him from that time and space, that he is pure, and that his soul is innocent. We all have to deal with our experiences here on earth as a human being, till we discover that we are this this soul, that light being that is being sent on this earth to go through everything, to learn our lessons, and to be an inspiration for the other people around us. She sees he's innocent, that his soul is innocent, and that he's that there is no falsehood, there is no false element within, the divine masculine. He doesn't mean to do harm, and that's his core, and that is his energy. Only his mind space can come from a hurt space. And when the ego is hurt, the ego wants to defend himself, or want to feel better than the other person, or want to be significant, more significant than the other person. So they try to stand above you and say, you see, nothing is going on here, and it's just in your mind, it's just in you, but that's that the mind space is talking. Then it's not the heart space, because if they go into their heart space, they also know that it's not that the soul of the other person can't be judged for who and what it is, as it is pure light. So you would deny you would deny your own light. That's what happens. If you don't see the light in someone else, you're denying your own light. You know, you're refusing your own light. You're refusing your own self. So, and that's what the Divine Feminine sees, that he is a crystal child, that he is this pure white energy, and that we all in life, when we walk the human path, we all have our hardships, we all have our challenges, and we all have our way of living. But if you see beyond that, you know, you see the pure light. She sees that he is this crystal child that is being born to change this world, to help and support other people through their journeys, through their hardship, and get them on the right direction and on the right path, you know. And that's what she sees, and that she's honoring him for that element, and for that part that needs to be seen also by himself. Okay. What will support the Divine Masculine? Loving, I see all. Ha! Wow. I just told you, if you look and observe with the eyes of love, you see much more beauty than when you see with the eyes of critical judgment. Okay? And that's probably because it could be, if the masculine is looking through the eyes of critical and judgment, that could be that he was criticized and judged his whole life, by programs, by parents, by brothers, sisters, by society, by, you know, any other human. And when he is coming in this heart space of himself, you know, he sees with loving eyes. He sees equanimity in people. He sees the resemblance. He sees the truth, you know. And when you see something, there is no truth, or there is no there's too much ego in it, then he will take a step back. Then you're allowed to take a step back. That's what the Divine Feminine is doing for a long time at the moment. She's observing the masculine. She's observing what he does. She's observing his light. She's observing his behavior, and still see the truth in him. Still see everything, the light, and using her wisdom to connect from the heart. And that's what the Divine Masculine also is starting to do, you know, looking with the heart instead of with his eyes. You know, it could be if there's anything of jealousy, or if there's anything of insecurity, or stuff like that, the mind will take over and will screw him up. And then he's not seeing with the heart, because the heart sees the truth. You know, the heart would see that she is loyal, that she is loyal to herself, and loyal to her beliefs, yeah, it's really amazing that the masculine is just in this observing mode and looking for the truth and the light and the love in the divine feminine. Okay. How sees the divine masculine the divine feminine? That she is on a vision quest, that she is on a quest for the greater good of all, that there is clarity, that there is truth, that there is deep healing. It can mean that the divine feminine will take some time off and will remove herself and go into nature and retreat, like the solstice and the energies of the eclipses, that she's going on this vision quest, removing herself from people, society, to find that peace, to find that rest in nature, and get her visions, get her answers, get the knowledge that she uses to inform other people and to show them how they can walk the journey of the twin flames. Doesn't always need that the twin flames are in union or in separation. Sometimes they're all their souls probably are already in union. Only the physical parts, they can't be in union because there is still things that needs to be resolved. Most of the time it's the thing of the ego that needs to be resolved, or the feeling of being significant, to other people, or whatever. But their souls are already in union, even if it's not in the 3D, it's in the fifth dimensional realm. That's what I hear. I also feel there are twin flames come. Oh wow, this is new for me. There are also twin flames coming from a higher frequency than just the fifth dimensional realm. That they're coming from the sixth and the eighth dimensional realm, to come back in union for who are in that, living already in that space of the eighth and the sixth and the eighth dimensional realm. Okay, we probably won't live anymore to on this earth to be around that, but our souls are. Our souls will go that way. She's listening. He sees that she is listening to the nature, that she's listening to the sun, that she's listening to the trees, the birds, and that she is getting her visions by, being on her own. That's what he sees, that she is walking her sacred mountain. Okay. What supports the divine feminine? Um, she knows she's a Blu-ray being. She has a direct and divine expression. She makes bridges between dimensions and between people. So she is creating these energies. I think this was also last week, this card. Because I remember the card of Metatron, that she's connected to Metatron, that she's connected to the angels, the higher realms, to the totem animals, everything that has energy she will connect with, um, you know. And she knows she's a Blu-ray being, she's coming from that planet and multiple planets, that she is in that multidimensional space. But she is very grounded, and her goddess keep her grounded. Otherwise you would fly off to all kinds of spaces. Sometimes that happens, but she also finds out when that happens that she needs to ground herself. You know, that it could be that she's too much in her mind space or in her head space, and that there is no grounding there, and that she's doing things that she normally wouldn't do. It could be that she would do things to impress other people because she's connected to someone. So that's totally a totally different frequency of energy, and that's more you know, the energy of, yeah, significance. That's what I hear. She is making bridges, she is connecting, she's a weaver, she is connecting people with each other to create abundance, to create a lot of stuff between the divine feminine and divine masculine. So she is connected to all of it, okay? Because she knows she's a Blu-ray being. And there is a direct divine expression. So that means that everything she says, most of everything she says, that is a direct channeling from a goddess or a higher realm or source. She's not she's getting out of that ego space. She's not connecting with the ego anymore. It becomes more and more difficult for her, you know, to connect with people on a ego based conversation, because it's holding a lower frequency and it has no meaning. So it's an illusion. They're talking small stuff. They're just talking about things that are not improving her growth. That is just stagnating her growth, and it's almost that she gets irritated by it, you know, by the small stuff talk. She needs to know what is happening in the galactic with the galactic federations, what is happening with the higher frequencies, how to decode them, how to get the visions, how to integrate it into her body. Okay. How does she see the divine feminine, masculine, in the relationship? That he has his divine blueprint, and that his blueprint is of light, that there is more light coming towards him, that there are more energies that he also needs to rejuvenate, that there is this online, you know, unseen lines, you know, bringing the divine feminine and the masculine together in this sacred union space of the heart. And it's unseen, it's not visible, you know. It's an divine blueprint. It's in the divine blueprint of the masculine, and divine feminine sees it, that he is connected with source himself, and that he's an embodiment from source. It could be that he's an embodiment from the gods and the goddesses, you know. It's she sees him as an inspiration, and she sees that he is ready to do the great work. You know, she sees that he's ready to people who are in a higher frequency, on higher levels, and that he is ready to walk his divine blueprint. You know, not seeing himself as small, not seeing himself as a 3D person. I don't see that. I don't see with the divine masculine that he is Connecting the dots, I hear. And that's, yeah, she is connecting all the dots. She is seeing all these light bulbs around him, you know, and that she can connect those dots together. And when she is connecting those dots, she is seeing his template, she is seeing his blueprint, she is seeing where he's going, she's seeing where his journey is at. And that's what she sees in the divine masculine, that he's walking his blueprint. And that he is ready for everything that he wants in his life, because he needs to discover that things are a bliss. You know, that's when, you know, breathing in the light, breathing in the sun, breathing in the source. You know, you need to know that you are that you are ready to embody the light frequencies and source. Yeah, that he's an inspiration for many people around him. So let's see what's coming up next. One for the feminine, one for the masculine. I also hear the divine feminine need to take time out and need to nap more and need more rest. Because there are a lot of people around her, a lot of energy taken away. I hear a lot of different energies that shifting, that she is transmuting all these energies and shifting it. Yeah, I can relate to that. So there is this union, you know, coming closer and closer. And we also, you know, sometimes we get stressed. That's what I hear. Sometimes we get stressed because of that union can't take place, and that most of the time it's coming from the outside world. It's coming from the space that is, and the pressure that is put onto us by the third dimensional realm. But even, you know, there's always a divine timing. And when your souls recognize each other, you know, and it isn't able to do it in this lifetime, your souls will find each other in another lifetime. You know, it will find each other back to source. So if there is no space in this realm, you know, for both of you, then there will be another time, another space, your souls going back to source, and they will find each other again. So if it's not in this lifetime, there will be another realm where you as twin flames will find each other. And when you're connected with your twin flame, it's never a separation, you know. It could be disturbing for your mind space because you feel everything. You feel your divine masculine coming in. You feel that he's thinking about you. You feel everything in his system, you know, and that could be disturbing for you. But then when you meditate enough, you know, and then it will not occupy your mind that much, because your souls are connected. Your souls are always connected with each other. So most of the time you would feel each other, and you can make each other crazy on a distance. Please don't do this. You know, sometimes you can't help it because the energy is too big. But try to occupy yourself. Try to do other things. You know, don't wait. Don't linger. Don't just you know just do things that you need to do in your world. You know, otherwise your energy is going that direction, and it's occupying your space, your mind space. And you know, you need your mind space to be open to get channeling through. Okay. And then you certainly you need to go into nature. That's what I hear. Wow. It can even be like that you feel your divine masculine entering your house. I know that I had experiences. I don't want to even call that, but you know, I feel energies coming into my house space, coming into my aura, coming into my environment, because they want to check out. Oh wow, I have 4. 2 for the divine feminine. No, we'll probably need it. So, let's see. Sorry, guys. Let's see. For the all over energy, trust the timing. Trust the wave you come in on. Trust, yeah. The time is not running out. Wow, I just told you. Oh my God, the time is not running out. The time is never running out, because your souls are connected, and you're going after this lifetimes. Your souls will find each other again in another realm. So trust the wave that you come into. You know, you feel the divine masculine coming in. You feel him, you know, in your space, in your surrounding. He's coming into your mind space. He's coming into your heart space. You feel him coming in. And that's also for the divine masculine, you know, that if the divine feminine thinks about divine masculine, you know, he feels it. The only thing you need to do is to get out of that space, you know, because you both need that space to work on yourself. Because if you're continuously thinking about, of course, there are synchronicities, but if you're constantly thinking about your divine masculine, you know, you get the runner and the chaser energy. You know, it's like, yeah, there will be this dynamic of running. I want to run away from that connection because it's overwhelming. It's feeling so, whew, yeah, overwhelming. That's the right word. And the feelings are so strong that You know, the divine feminine or the divine masculine are running because of it. You know, I had a few connections that I needed to run from because that was too intense. But that was just a soul connection. That was not a twin flame connection. Twin flame connection is even worse. You know, even if you're at such a distance, you know, you feel everything what your divine masculine is going through. Um, okay. Grounding. That's what I said. You need to ground. When you're too much in your mind space, you know, and that's for both of them, that they think too much about each other and they feel each other's energy, then you just need to ground yourself, do things that you need to work on, be in another space, go into nature, go for a walk, you know, connect with all elements, you know, connect with the earth, you know, don't be uh, don't be just yeah, how should I say it, be in your cave, you know, do your work, be on the land, do your channeling, do your do whatever you need to do, even if you're in the space um, of just doing your work, even if you're in the 3D realm, you know, you need to do the work for each other. You know, you work on yourself, but then you also work on your on the twin flame connection, because if you're clearing up some stuff within yourself, as traumas, as fears, as things like that, you know, you also transmute this energy for your counterpart. When you, oh my gosh, I just channeled this. And you all saw that I was drawing the cards, right? So I'm just picking up the energies already before I draw the cards. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories that you've shared with those that you love. So even if you share your love now in this realm with your divine counterpart, with your twin flame, and you leaving this earth or this realm, you know that your souls will connect again in at source. You know, that's it. Wow, this is amazing. I see now. I see when I'm doing my work. You know, this is all reflecting back in my readings because I'm picking up the energies before I read the cards. That's wow. It's so beautiful. And I know, you know, we all can do that. We all can connect with people on the street and start reading them, and and that's going in the flow because you get, you are on 100% today. You know, you just can't shut yourself off anymore because it's a natural being and a natural thing of being connected with source. Big picture thinking. Big picture thinking for the divine masculine. He is thinking in a bigger picture. Palladian energy, he's got visionaries and inspiring ideas that he needs to work on. He has loads and loads and loads ideas, but he has no time to work it out. So it is for the divine masculine that he needs to think in a bigger picture for the future, how he can create more time for himself and do the things what he thinks is really necessary, instead of doing so much work and being tired and can't do anything anymore. you know. So he has some really inspiring ideas for not only the realms and source, but also for humanity. And it will really benefit humanity. It will really benefit the earth, you know. And it's an expression. It's an expression from source that wants him to do that work, because it's important. Otherwise, you don't get inspired. You don't get the ideas. You know, when you get these ideas, you need to make time to do it, even if it's in the middle of the night. You know, I during solstice, they said you need to make new oils. You need to make new things, create things for yourself that will benefit you. So when then I was preparing the place at 11 o'clock at night, 11:11 exactly, and I got up at 4, you know, and did my work. So we all need to do and make time for that, even if you're knackered next day, you know, and you have other things to do. But you really need to do it, because the sources inspire you to do that work. Romance for the divine masculine. Well, Cupid's arrow striked. Okay, Cupid arrow striked, and you can't do anything about it. So go with that, and then that's funny, because for the divine masculine, you know, go with that expression, go with the sensations, you know, feel it, go through it. That's from the heart space, you know. Then it could be that you know, that blessing, that there is a blessing in your life, and maybe you see it as a curse, but see it as a divine interaction. Okay, so that it's twin flames is a totally rare thing. um you also have the soulmates. I rather prefer soulmate than I prefer a twin flame, because oh my god, that's such a hardship. Wow, that's hard work, fucking hard work. Okay, divine feminine, the cosmic heart. Your devotion, potency makes your life a moving prayer. So your devotion to the collective, your devotion to the galactic, your devotion to the goddess, your devotion to source, um, create so much potency in everyone you meet, in all the synchronicities that will come your way, that makes your life a moving prayer. So your whole life, and that's funny that they say that, because I'm singing a lot, and devotional songs um, in my mind when I'm walking the earth, or when I'm walking in town, or whatever. I'm singing the prayers to my goddess in my mind. So I know when I'm singing, I'm this portal that creates that energy back into the earth. And with every step I take, you know, I've been seen by her, and every step I take is being given to her. So when you create this cosmic heart, and that's coming from that space, then you know, you are a moving prayer for her, and from for the collective. and for your twin flame. Divine Feminine, you need to create some space for yourself. Just what I said, so many energies are coming in. Create space for the source to come in. More meditation could be that you need to withdraw yourself, go back into nature and shine your light. So when you did a lot of work, you need to retreat and take space for your time to be able to keep on shining, to be able to heal people, even when they don't know it. Even if they don't ask for it, your light and your love will shine and will heal a lot of people, because those people want to be around you, because there is something about you that's so comforting and that's so healing and that's so easy that it's needed in this world. So you need to create your space. If you don't have an altar yet, create an altar in your room. If you don't walk this path, you can't walk this path 50-50. It's all in or be in that path. Walk that path with all your heart and with all your passion. Okay. Friendship. Nature bond of friendship. It's a nurturer bond of friendship. Within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Oh, this is the same one as we had last week, and I thought it was for the Divine Masculine last week. So there are 2 or 3 cards that came back into this reading. So nurture the bond of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Was the second one for the Divine Feminine. Only time will tell. Well, that's exactly what I said, right? If the Divine Feminine is seeing this from a higher realm and getting her information, and that it's your twin flame or your soulmate or your soul partner, only time will tell if it's going to work out or not. Don't let the significance or let the fear or rejection of someone's past be of influence in your life, because only time will tell. If you need to come back in union after death, then that's the time. And if it's not the time in this realm, on this earthly plane, then you have to let it go. But most of the times, the twin flames are coming together to do the work here. That's the journey. That's the journey. They need to do the same. They need to do their work on their own. It could be that one is a Buddhist and the other one is a Christian. Let's say that, but it doesn't matter which religion you're on. The souls will connect anyway. It's like, and then they can do their work, together, and understand each other more, and growing together to do that work together. So, and only time will tell if that works. Nothing else. So it's for the Divine Feminine to nurture all her friendships, to nurture, maybe you start off as friends in an, and let's say that, in an, 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 in and Source says, well, you know, there isn't compatibility here. You don't know. Only time will tell. We are not the ones who make decisions. We are not the ones that say, yes, that was the 3D dimensional realm because you had to create children, right, on this earthly plane. And now, when there are no children in your environment, or no children to grow up with when you're in an older stage, your twin flame will come in, and your twin flame will come in and say, okay, you know, this is what we need to do. There is work to do because we didn't do it well in the third dimensional realm. And now you need to learn how to connect with Source, how to connect with both of the energies to do the work together. You know, and carrying it equally. That's the thing. You know, carrying equally the energies. You know, she's carrying her part of the energy. He is carrying his part of the energy. And when it comes together, it can be very powerful. But, you know, only time will tell. So give it space. Give it space. And I know also a lot of you are in separation, and a lot of you, you know, there's distance, there's country distance between, and you also know that your soul is still connected. You all know that. But sometimes when it takes too long, doubt will come in because the ego wants you to have to get you on another direction. Or there are other influences of energies. It could be that there are darker energies that don't want you to come together, because if you come together, you know, this light will evolve, and you will heal so many people. You will heal a part of the world, as that is your mission. You know, when twin flames are coming together, and when it you know, and there are unseen forces that know that there's almost a union going on, and they, you know, they disrupt it. They come in, and then your ego starts to come in and start to doubt and start to say, okay, you know, this is not for me. Shall I wait longer? Do I need to wait longer? Do I need to go forward with this? It takes a long time. You know, we get separated by COVID. We get separated by traveling, you know, and we can't be there together. So don't get into it, because they're just energies that want you to get off track. And I'm really surprised that a lot of people are still letting themselves be influenced by fear. And it could be that if you want to travel towards each other, you know, maybe you have to save some days, you know, that you say, okay, I'm not going for 2 weeks or for a weekend, but I'm going for 2 months or for a month to visit my beloved. So there are so many things you can do, but know that there are energies that are interfering in unions. And I discovered that myself so many times. Then I feel an energy coming in, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Where is this coming from? You know, if there are no expectations, then there is just freedom. And we have to let that go. We just have to let that go. But there are, you know, keep your mind positive and your energy high and your frequency high. Don't go, and that's what I mean also, you know, don't go too much. thinking about the divine masculine, because you know there are always the energies around you that are trying to tap in and to see what your mind is at, to see where your energy is at, where's your energy flowing towards. And if that's the case, you know, they're in, they're fucking in, you know, and trying to change that energy. So keep clear in your heart and keep clear what you feel in your heart space. It's the right thing. Okay? Well, this was a very long reading, and I leave you all up to it. This was a very extended reading, and I know it was for persons that really needed to hear this, because I have some clients out there that are really resonating with my work, and I'm guiding them and supporting them this way to union. And I hope you really will use these readings to create that space for yourself, to move into a higher realm, and leave the dark energies behind, leave the 3D energies behind. You know, it's 3D energies, ego mind things. It's just get you irritated and get you back on off track. And that's also a sign that you have to leave those people behind, because if there is no consideration, and there is no appreciation for who you are as a person, and don't see your worth in a higher realm, then you really need to let them go. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say, and I wish you all the best. Next week, I don't do readings next week, because I have my slots full this week, so I won't give any readings next week. I will go out in nature, because it didn't work this week. So many things came up with the solstice and time. So I will do my readings. If you want a private reading from me in 2 weeks, I will open again for new slots. So have an amazing time. Create everything that you want to create what you need to create from source, and I wish you all the best, and see you next time. Bye bye.